Hey guys, it's Miss Williams, and yes, I'm wearing shorts. Try not to be too scandalized by my kneecaps, but it's my house. I can do what I want. Now, this video, you should have already seen the first video about how to use the Heart Out app. This video is going more into how to actually do the audition itself. First thing you want to do, since you are going to be using your phone to record your audition, you want to make sure that your phone is on airplane mode anytime you are doing any sort of recording, and that will help make sure that, where'd it go? That will help make sure that if somebody texts you because you're so popular, then it's not going to ruin your audition and waste a perfectly good audition take. So make sure that your phone is on airplane mode. Also make sure brass instruments, please empty the spit out before you record. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear your spit gargling around the instrument. The first thing you will need in the audition itself, once you hit record, is your audition ticket. I have printed those out and handed them to you. You should have them. So that I didn't actually use one of yours as an example, I made this really kind of ghetto one. It's super official, right? Make sure when you are filling out your scales, at the bottom, you are going to be going up to number 7 because you are middle school, you are junior level. You only know 7 scales. The rest of that's for the high schoolers. We don't need that crap. You only go up to scale number 7. Make sure that you are writing your scales in the order that you are going to play them and in your instrument pitch, so not what I would say with the whole band. For example, trumpets, you're not going to be transposing to concert pitch. You are going to write in your instrument language the scales that you're doing. Also make sure that you are using a dark pen or a marker, because pencil is just not going to cut it on this. You are not going to be able to really see it. Up here in the top right hand corner is going to be your code for the audition, for your specific audition. Do not use this one. Underneath that is going to be the audition time. I have gotten a couple of questions about this. You do not need to record your audition at the time that it says. That's not a rule. If we were doing in-person auditions, that is when you would be auditioning in person. But since these auditions are virtual, then that time is just when the judges are going to listen to your audition. You do not need to record at whatever time it says. That's just... record whenever you want to, boo. If you feel like recording at 2 o'clock in the morning, your parents might not appreciate that, but you do you, okay? So that is the audition ticket itself. From the audition ticket, you are going to hold it up to the camera for the first 5 seconds. You want to make sure that you get everything in. Whoops. You want to make sure that you can see the entire ticket for 5 seconds. Then, without talking, you are going to just jump right into your scales. Something that I've heard when some of you practice, and I've tried to address it if I hear it, when you're playing your scales, is if you make a mistake part way up, you fix it and finish the scale. That really is not the best way to go about it, because then people can completely mark that scale wrong. What you need to do instead is start back at the beginning of the scale. Do not play too fast and play it so fast that you mess up. And it's not something you'd normally mess up, you're just trying to play too fast. So, for example, if I was playing a scale, one of my 7 scales, that would be marked wrong because I missed that first, well, the third note of the scale. Instead, what I would need to do is start at the beginning of that scale and play it over. You do not need to announce that you are playing your scales. Do not say anything. The judges behind the screen are not supposed to hear your voice. So do not say, I'm going to play my scales now. So the second thing on your audition is playing your chromatic scale. Percussion, it's going to be a little bit different for you. You're going, instead of the chromatic scale, to play your rudiments. So you can totally skip this part because you'll be playing your rudiments instead. Percussion, make sure that you are looking at card number A. If you need that, then I can give that to you, no problemo. For your chromatic scale, same thing. Do not go so fast that you mess yourself up. You have a 1 minute time limit for this, so you don't want to go super slow, but you know, you don't want to just play so fast that you completely mess yourself up. So this is the part of the audition where you're going to play your solo that you've worked up. Make sure, since it is being played over, a screen, that you really exaggerate your dynamics and articulations. It is hard to hear those over a screen. Just try and over exaggerate those as much as possible. So solo. Hey guys, it's me in editing mode. In the other video, I was just way too rambly and it was pretty obnoxious. So, just a couple things to keep in mind. Do not use a music stand for your scales or your chromatic scale. Both of those items are supposed to be memorized, and you don't want any of that called into question if you've got a music stand near you. So have that music stand off to the side so that when you are about to play your solo, where you do use a music stand because you're looking at music, you just bring that music stand back over and everything's fine. Do not use a music stand for your scales or your chromatic scale. You want to make sure when you're recording that you want to see the top half of your body. That includes your face and the entire instrument. Some of y'all are just like bound and determined to turn in playing tests that are your forehead or the ceiling. That's not going to cut it for this. We need to be able to see the top half of your body and all of the instrument. So woodwind players, that means we probably need to see a little bit more of you guys than brass players, because trumpets can hold it up in front of them and you've got, the whole thing going on. Percussion, we need to make sure that we can see your hands and where you are placing mallets and things of that nature. So make sure that when you are using a music stand that is not covering anything up, that we can still see all of you that we need to. So really make sure that you're using those practice runs for things like that. I think that is everything that you could possibly have a question about as far as this goes. If you have more questions, because I haven't thought of everything, which is very likely, by all means, email me, text me. Y'all got me. You've got full availability of me, except on Christmas and Christmas Eve. But other than that, happy practicing. Good luck. You're gonna do awesome. Bye.